Hello dear students, all of you, good afternoon. How are you all? Hope you are all doing good. Right, welcome to Infinity Learn, where learning is infinite and fun. Right dear students, so far we have seen some kind of topics related to mains, and of course in the last class, that is yesterday's class, I have given you strategy for advance. So, how to prepare and how to plan and what are the important topics related to JEE advance, and with little time, that is you are having almost 1 month time in your hand. With this time availability, can we do miracles? Yes, why not? So, if you miss the yesterday's one, the topic what I have done, the video that I have done, you please go through it. This is going to be very much helpful to you because it clearly guides you where to focus and what are to be cut, right? Fine friends. And apart from this, dear friends, please all of you subscribe to our Infinity Learn channel. Here you can find videos related to physics, chemistry. Apart from, you can encourage your friends who are going for NEET this year. We are having series of videos for NEET even, right friends? I know. So, thank you very much for your support all the time. So, your encouragement is helping me, is inducing me to do more and more interesting videos. As far as advanced exam is concerned, you see, if we observe the last 5 years papers, I can say most of the questions are, we can say, from conic section. Conic section is not a single topic, you know well. Most of the questions, in the sense, if you see, good number of questions are from conic section, that is the point. You see, there is a speciality for conic section. What is the speciality? I feel this topic is the easiest in entire our IIT JEE syllabus. Really, you may ask, don't play jokes, you may be saying no. Yes, in fact friends. So, you people will be seeing it as like circles one chapter, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, 4 chapters we feel. In fact, it is a single topic. In your NCERT book also it will be mentioned under a single title called conics. We generally feel like it is a kind of 4 topics. Fine. Now, the speciality of this topic is, once you are thorough with the synopsis part, once you are thorough with the formulae, you can attempt the question. That is the beauty of coordinate geometry. So, you see, regular geometry, Euclidean geometry is quite a bit different, whereas this coordinate geometry is nothing but combination of that geometry with algebra. Almost all of you will be good at algebra. Since you are good at algebra, automatically if you know the formulae at right time, definitely you can attempt the question. Even advanced questions can also be attempted very easily friends. Yes, you can find minimum 2 questions in morning and evening together. I can say 3 questions minimum in the paper. That means around, there is a chance to get 12 marks. In fact, most of the time that is going to be the qualifying mark in each subject friends. Yes. So, conic section is such a topic. So, friends, my view, if you are aware of the formulae of conic sections at one place. So, I talked with many of the students, they will be saying, sir, who will remember these many formulae, kitna difficult hai. वो फार्मूला, वो चैप्टर में एक फार्मूला होता है, पैराबोला में एक होता है, हाइपरबोला में अलग होता है, बहुत मुश्किल की बात है. इसलिए मैं आपके लिए क्या किया, ऐसी 2 जो फार्मूले होते हैं एक जैसे, वो ऑल द फार्मूले एक प्लेस पर लेके आया. जस्ट दैट्स व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू. ऑल द फार्मूले ऑफ वन टाइप are kept at one place. And one more thing, I have divided the total topic, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola and circles into concepts. You see, you can observe around 10 subtopics will be there in all the 4 chapters. Yes. So, subtopic wise, here I brought the formulae. You see, all the formulae I may not complete today itself. So, I will take session 2 also. So, in session 1 I am going to give half of the formulae, right dear friends. Now, you see, the first of all, yes, by the way, I think you know this is BS Math faculty for IIT JEE, and you have been encouraging me for the couple of days. Thank you very much. Right friends. Now first one you could see here, yeah, what are the topics that we are going to see here? You see, I try to give a technical procedure, logical procedure, the way to understand as well as to remember the formulae. That is what I kept the title, even you can see, interesting way to remember the formulae of, you see, this conic section. How to remember, we can see, dear friends. You see, in this most of the formulae are arranged in the order ellipse, hyperbola, circle, parabola. Because friends, ellipse equation, once you write the ellipse equation, from this you can easily modify by replacing b square by minus b square. So, the formula order will be, you too try to remember in the same order. For a particular concept, first ellipse formula, then you can say hyperbola formula, then circle, then parabola. Okay, dear students, right. Now, the next one, you see, subtopics. What are the subtopics we have? You see, these are the common subtopics in each and every chapter. First one is equation in various forms. You see, equation in various forms, I can take, white would be better. So, this is the one. You see, in circles, ellipse as well as parabola, even in hyperbola, first we will have a set of problems related to the equation. That means, what is the standard equation, how to note the data is the most important part of the topic. This is very important part. If you are thorough with this particular part, that means almost 25% of the chapter is done, friends. This is the most important one. This varies from chapter to chapter. Most of the cases, this is the only difference, other will follow the same conceptual order. So, this one you have to master. The next, chord. Chord means, you know, suppose if I take an ellipse, so a line segment joining any two points is called a chord. The same definition continues in parabola, hyperbola and circle also, right, fine. Then position of a point, that means interior point, exterior point on the circle, on the curve. Then position of a line is very important. What we have kept, if y is equal to mx plus c is a tangent, what is the condition? And pair of tangents that are drawn from outside point, direct or circle. These are the three important subtopics which we see against position of a line. Then tangent and properties, most of the properties will be similar, friends. Then normal and properties, these are one set of synopsis subtopics which we will have. Almost all the subtopics will be common in all the 4 chapters, friends. Then next one, you see, chord of contact. A single sentence is enough for this, chord of contact. Then equation of the chord whose midpoint is given. Then co-normal points. A circle that cuts the curve at 4 points. Then of course, 11th one, asymptotes and rectangular hyperbola is a special concept only for hyperbola, this is. So, all the 10 concepts are common in ellipse, hyperbola, circle, parabola. You try to remember in this order, ellipse, hyperbola and then circle, parabola, fine. Now, let us see the formulae one by one. I have listed out the formula, you can see here, right, friends. You see, first one, standard form of equation of a curve. Of course, you will be having many formats. I am just highlighting the standard form as we require it. Friends, you see, the ellipse formula here is, you see, what is the standard form? X square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 is the standard form. So, yeah, this equation is the standard form where a greater than b, that is important. If a less than b, friends, we call it as the second case. In that case, the formula will vary. So, in the first case, you see, this is the equation you know well. Second one, hyperbola, x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. And the third case, circle, x square plus y square is equal to a square, whereas the standard parabola is y square is equal to 4ax, right. One important observation here is, you see, in ellipse equation, in place of b square, if you replace minus b square, you will get hyperbola, even in the formulae also. For your kind information, you take any formula of standard ellipse, in place of b square you replace minus b square, you get formula for hyperbola. Whereas in the ellipse equation, in place of b square, if you put a square itself, that is a is equal to b case, that becomes a circle. Of course, parabola equation is quite a bit different. Fine, right. So dear students, two important points must be remembered. I think all of you know these standard curves, is not a big thing, but one important point is, in the any result of ellipse, if you replace b square by minus b square, you will get formula of hyperbola. In place of b square, if you replace a square, you will get formula of the circle, right friends. Next, second point, you see parametric point. How to take the parametric point of the standard curve? Parametric point, you see, yes, in case of ellipse, the parametric point is going to be, you know, a cos theta, b sin theta. Yes. In case of hyperbola, a secant theta, b tan theta we have to take. One must remember this, friends. And circle a cos theta, a sin theta, whereas our standard parabola I am talking about, y square is equal to 4ax, it is at square comma 2at. This is the second important point which you have to remember. If you want to take a general point on ellipse, it is a cos theta, b sin theta, hyperbola, a secant theta, b tan theta, please try. Then third, a cos theta, a sin theta, I kept b by a here, then at square comma 2at. Okay dear students, fine. Then next, the third one, you see chord, see this here, this is interesting one, chord. You know, chord is a line segment joining any two points. You see, this equation even to be remembered. What is this? You see, suppose I have taken 2 points alpha and beta. This alpha and beta applicable for ellipse, hyperbola, circle, whereas for parabola we call T1, T2. Okay, fine. In this case, how to find the equation of the chord? It does not matter, you know, point alpha on the ellipse means a cos alpha, b sin alpha, beta means a cos beta, b sin beta. We have to find the equation, it takes time. So with calculation you must try to remember this formula, friends. So you try to remember for ellipse first. What is the formula? You see, x by 2 into cos of alpha plus beta by 2 plus y by b into sin of alpha plus beta by 2 is equal to cos of alpha minus beta by 2. Do remember, all plus but here minus. But for hyperbola, you try to remember like, you see, let me write here minus, minus, plus, plus. There are 4 symbols, friends. Here plus, 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 minus. This is for ellipse, a standard one. In the case of hyperbola, you take the same but take the signs like minus, minus, plus, plus. Just remember that point, that is enough. You see, so here minus comes, here minus comes, then plus, same formula. Yes, but you need to remember to answer certain questions, dear friends. Okay, right. Whereas in case of circle, standard circle, no change, same you take, in place of b you put a, that's all, no change, right. Whereas in case of parabola, so 2x minus of t1 plus t2 into y plus 2a t1 t2 equal to 0. This is also important to remember so that you can save at least 30 seconds in the exam when the corresponding problem comes, right dear students. So 2x minus of, you see, t1 plus t2 into y plus 2a t1 t2 equal to 0. Most of the times, most important thing, this will be used in many problems. The slope of the chord joining t1 t2 is going to be 2 by t1 plus t2, 2 by t1 plus t2, that's all. 2 by T1 plus T2. So friends, in this formula, once you see friends, you just try to remember formula number 1. For ellipse, what is the formula? Please say x by a cos of alpha plus beta by 2 plus y by b sin of alpha plus beta by 2 is cos of alpha minus beta by 2. For hyperbola, minus minus plus plus. For circle, re plus b by a. For parabola, yes, you can say, you see 2x minus of T1 plus T2 into y plus 2a T1 T2 equal to 0. Most important slope is 2 by T1 plus T2. Please practice these friends. They are really essential in solving certain problems. Right, dear students? Fine. Next. Yeah, chord related another result. You see this? Yeah. He will say the problem like, you see, what if the chord passes through the focus, that is focal chord, that is important. He says in the standard ellipse case, if the chord passes through the focus SAE comma 0, what is the result he say? What we do is, in the previous chord equation, we replace x comma y by AE comma 0 and we apply componendo dividendo, we get the result like this. What is the result? Tan alpha by 2 into tan beta by 2 is equal to E minus 1 by E plus 1. Friends, do remember, if this is the ellipse, you see alpha and beta will be such that beta by 2 will be obtuse, one of the angles. So, one will be positive, other will be negative, the product must be negative. You see, for ellipse, eccentricity between 0 to 1, this is going to be a negative number, you see. Even here also negative. In case of hyperbola also, E is going to be, you see, this is ellipse, here also this is also negative, and whereas here E is more than 1, this is also negative. So friends, do remember, in all the 4 formulae you have to get a negative number. So the question is same, he most of the times he will ask the same question, tan alpha by 2 into tan beta by 2 value. In case of ellipse, you have to get a negative number, no. If it is through S, E minus 1 by E plus 1. If it is through S dash, the second focus, suppose here, then reverse E plus 1 by E minus 1. If it is through a point D comma 0 on the axis, you just do remember like this, you just multiply with A, AE minus A by AE plus A. Here AE is replaced by D, you will get D minus A by D plus A. Yes. In the same way, reverse, you see, in this case hyperbola, you see the same thing, you will be E minus 1 by E plus 1. Here also it's reverse, and same A minus D by A plus D. Clear friends? This means we have done 9 questions in this table, and most of the times regarding focal chord in ellipse and hyperbola, these are the questions asked many a times. Or else you must remember the previous equation, you have to substitute the point what he has mentioned. Clear? So once again friends, let me you just see this. Yeah, what is the result? Ellipse, he has given a chord is a focal chord. Focal chord through which focus? If it is through S, what is the result? I have to get a negative number, E minus 1 by E plus 1. S dash reverse E plus 1 by E minus 1. If it is through D comma 0, you remember this, D minus A by D plus A. In case of hyperbola, if it is passing through S, I have to get a negative number, 1 minus E by 1 plus E. Second S dash reverse. Third, here you multiply with A minus D by A plus D. That's all. In the same way, the most important result related to parabola. Parabola is, dear students, here you see, if you know that a chord, in a parabola, if a chord is a focal chord, what is the result? This is the most important one. If a chord is focal chord related to T1, T2, T1 into T2 is equal to minus 1, the most important point in parabola. Whereas a circle with any focal chord as diameter touches the directrix in a parabola. A circle with any focal chord as diameter touches the directrix. So as far as chord is concerned, This is the second important point as far as ellipse, hyperbola, parabola. In circle it does not matter, simple results you can do. Okay, this is why I did not mention about the circle, right friends. So, in the chord we have seen two results, right. The next, you see in the chord itself, third important result, you see latus rectum. You know, latus rectum is also a chord, of course focal chord, of course double ordinate even, right. You know, suppose if you take a parabola like this is the latus rectum where this is the focus. Same thing in ellipse and hyperbola also. So, the length of the latus rectum is in the ellipse 2b square by a, for hyperbola 2b square by a, for parabola 4a. In circle there is no word like latus rectum, right friends. So, you see friends, length of the latus rectum you must remember, it is frequently used one, 2b square by a, 2b square by a, 4a, you know it well. The next friends, in the chord itself another one, this is another important one. Suppose if you take an ellipse, you are given something, suppose this is focus S, PQ is a focal chord. So, you are given this length, we want this length. In a focal chord one length is given, you want the second length, how to find it? You see friends, there is a relation connecting these two lengths friends. The general relation is 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ is equal to 2 by L, where L is the semilatus rectum. This is true for, you see, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola even. So, he will ask, when is this result useful? When one length is given, we may be asked to find the second length. So, 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ is 2 by semi-latus rectum. Already in this case latus rectum is 2b square by a, semi is b square by a. So, 2 by b square by a you are going to get, okay. Semi-latus rectum 2b square by a, right. Accordingly you have to write the formula. So, this is going to be 2 by b square by a, which is here b square, here a, here b square, here a, right, 2a by b square, fine. Even in hyperbola also the same formula. Whereas in case of parabola 4a, you see semi-latus rectum which is 2 by, semi-latus rectum is 2a which is 1 by a. These are the three formulae which you need to remember especially. Whereas in circle there is no term called focal chord, so no formula is given there, right, fine, clear friends. So, as far as these two lengths are linked in a problem, immediately recall 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ is equal to 2 by L, clear friends. The next, you see chord related result number 1, result number E, you see length of the chord joining T1, T2. Okay, suppose especially in a parabola you are given two ends of some chord, may not be focal chord, T1, T2 is given. So, in this case how to find the length? Of course, we need to find T1 and T2, means 2 points we have to find the distance. Rather we have a formula A into mod T1 minus T2 into root of T1 plus T2 whole square plus 4. Better you remember it, we use this in problems. See, once I bring a formula here, it means this appeared in many problems, that is the thing. Otherwise, if you rarely use in some problem, and I did not bring those things into this because the formula number also will become very huge, right, okay, right, fine, this is the thing. So, before that friends, yeah, before we go to this concept, you see, first of all in Roman, this is Roman number 4. First Roman is related to the standard equation of the conic. Second one is parametric point. In third Roman is chord. In chord, first point, second point, 5 points I have given. Fifth point is length of the chord, and before that we have first point, I can say the equation of the chord passing through alpha and beta. So, standard way we have remembered. Then B is, what is the point number 2, can you say? If the chord is passing through either S or S dash or D comma 0, tan alpha by 2 into tan beta by 2, we have the result. Then third, if it is a focal chord related, that is the result. In case of parabola, T1 T2 is equal to minus 1. Then the next one chord related we have seen is related to the length of the chords, 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ is equal to 2 by L, that is one result, and even fifth one is the previous one. Like that you have to remember the formulae in a particular order, friends, that is important. So, if you map all the formulae, the total topic comes into your grip, you will have all the set of formulae before you. So, whenever a problem comes, immediately you can choose a formula and apply, right. Now friends, you see position of a point with respect to S is equal to 0. You know well, position of a point means we just find S11, am I correct? We just find S11 we find. If S11 is generally negative, the point lies interior, and positive exterior 0 on the curve. Before that, do remember friends, try to maintain the leading coefficient positive before you apply S11. That means x square, if it is available, x square coefficient must be maintained positive. If x square is absent, then xy term coefficient must be positive. If this is also absent, y square coefficient must be positive. In such a way you have to maintain, friends. Now, so just find S11. The result is true for ellipse, circle, parabola, whereas friends, hyperbola it is a bit different. If S11 is negative, exterior, positive interior, 0 on the curve. So, in hyperbola this is an important point. A point may be given where suppose alpha comma 3, if it is interior of the hyperbola, find the range of alpha. What you do, interior means S11 positive for hyperbola. Do remember S11 point is quite a bit different for hyperbola. For all the curves same behavior, but hyperbola is different. Okay, fine. Next, the next chord of contact. You might have heard this word, chord of contact. Chord of contact in the sense, friends, suppose there is some curve, I can say let me take a curve, this one curve. So, chord of contact in the sense, you see if there is a point, you just draw if possible 2 tangents from an outside point. Suppose I have drawn 2 tangents, you take the points of contacts, you join a line, this line is called chord of contact of this point P. So, generally P must be taken outside point. If you take an outside point P x1 comma y1, then for this point chord of contact is going to be a line. So, whatever the curve, friends, that may be circle, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, chord of contact S1 is equal to 0, that is all, that is all, not more than that, this is enough. Okay. Chord of contact means simply find S1 equal to 0, that is it, right, that is one point. The next, friends, in chord of contact itself, you see as I have drawn the previous curve here, he will give some line as chord of contact, find this point. In other language we say this is pole. Of course, the pole word officially not there in the syllabus for ellipse, hyperbola and parabola. Anyhow, you know what a pole is. Suppose you are given the chord of contact equation, treat that line like Lx plus My plus N is equal to 0. In that case, he may ask this point, let me call it as pole. So, the formula for ellipse is minus La square by N minus Mb square by N, dear friends, minus La square by N minus Mb square by N. Now, what is the formula for hyperbola? Simply in place of b square, replace minus b square. So, minus La square by N, Mb square by N, Mb square by N. Okay. Right, then what about circle? In case of circle, in place of b square you put a square, that is the point for circle, whereas in case of parabola the point will be different because equation is different. N by L comma minus 2am by L, N by L comma minus 2am by L is the formula. Friends, the same formula we use at other place also for point of contact. So, you must try to remember this, friends. if a point is given, if you want chord of contact S1 equal to 0, if chord of contact is given, if you point this point, what we call pole for that, nothing but, you see friends, for ellipse, you see the line must be, it should not be like y is equal to mx plus c, compare with Lx plus my plus n is equal to 0. So, for ellipse it is minus La square by n minus mb square by n, hyperbola minus La square by n mb square by n, circle minus La square by n minus ma square by n, parabola is important, n by L comma minus 2a m by L. Okay. Fine friends. Then equation of the chord whose midpoint is given px1 y1. That means friend, for some curve you see you are given a chord midpoint, suppose this is some curve, so midpoint is given say px1 comma y1. Now what about this chord equation if this point is given? You see whatever the curve it is, if the midpoint of the chord, if that phrase comes in the problem, that means do remember you are going to apply this logic. If px1 y1 is the midpoint of the chord equation is, you see, S1 is equal to S11, S1 is equal to S11, right friends, S1 is equal to S11. So far we talked about 6 formulae dear friends. Apart from this, I have some more formulae related to curve, a line cuts a curve, what is the situation, and a line is a tangent, normal, tangent properties, normal properties, co-normal points, a circle cuts the curve at 4 points, as well you see the asymptotes and related points. All these formulae are going to be discussed friends. In the next class I am going to say those formulae. Yeah. So dear students, what I mean to say is this is a new kind of experiment. I am trying to reduce the burden, because if all the formulae of one kind are brought at one place, definitely they are going to be helpful to you dear students. I think you like this kind of approach, because it will help you in problem solving as well as it give you very clarity, right. Fine friends. So thank you very much. In the next video, maybe in the tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we are going to do another session. I am going to give the rest of the formulae of all the conic section. Once you are good at conic section formulae, that means you are good at all the problems, right. That is second point friends. Even in advance also this is applicable. Formulae are enough for conic section problems, right. Second point. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and you see keep watching apart from math, physics, chemistry as well NEET classes. Thank you friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye.